Welcome to the Social Stack, your go-to channel for real estate marketing based in technology. I'm Amy Stack, and today we're going to be talking about feature sheets and brochures or print marketing in the Keller Williams design platform. So I am going to go ahead and get my screen shared and we'll get the class rolling. All right. Just want to make sure you guys can all see that in 1 second here. There we go. Do you guys see my command screen? Perfect. Thank you. And I'm going to open up the chat too. So you guys feel free to unmute to ask questions or put stuff in the chat. I will watch that as well. There it is. Okay, so the reason I thought feature sheets and brochures would be good today is because I don't know about you, but I've noticed a little shift in the market. What about you guys? Have you seen anything different going on out there? So I'm looking this way. You're on that screen for me. Some nods, some maybes. I've been getting a lot more questions about them recently, so I thought that would be a good class topic for everybody. And for anybody that's brand new, it's always good to know how to use the design section of Command as well. So, you know, as the market is shifting, we're starting to see a few more, houses sitting on the market a little longer. We had been seeing stuff going so fast that by the time the brochures were printed, the house was already sold, right? And now the market's kind of starting to level out a little bit. And on that same line of thinking is if you want your house to stand out, or your seller's house, you might want to have a feature sheet, right, to kind of list out all those properties, all the property details, be able to share with anybody that's coming to check out the property, whether it's on the MLS or you want to leave it at the house, bring it to an open house, something like that. So I'm going to start with feature sheets because they're a little there's a little less that goes into them, so it'll be quicker for you guys to do. But basically, we're definitely be living inside designs today. So to get to there, you will come to the left-hand side of Command, and you guys see that little paintbrush icon? Yes, no? Okay, good. I see nods. So then we're going to hit the paintbrush there. So that will take you into designs. If you have never logged in before to this part of the system, this will be blank, and that's okay. Everything that's showing up here are designs that we've already created, so it's something we've already touched. A quick little overview right here in the top right, it says all types. If you have made things and you're looking for something you've made in the past, you can click that little drop down and you can go straight to the emails I've worked on, the social media, graphics I've worked on, or here's some past print ones we've done in this account. You can see there's actually 85 in here. But today we're going to start from scratch. We're just going to hit create design. That's up in the top right hand corner. And we want print, which is already selected for us because I was in that print section. And I'm just going to hit continue. And what I like to do for feature sheets is actually use a template from the business basics category here. So you'll see on the left-hand side, we've got the app, listings, buyer, lots of different categories. I'm going to go into business basics and there's some letterheads. So if you click on letterhead, you'll see there's two different options. I don't think we need a legal size, so we're just going to go with our regular size letterhead. Hit that use button and it will open up. And you can actually, it's been a while since we've been on the demo account. They've had some updates recently. So if you have been in Command in designs before, you'll notice some of the buttons have moved around. So that's what this little red guy is going to walk us through, but I'm just going to hit skip here. So here we have our templates on the left, and we'll be doing our editing on the right. So I'm going to click that first page so that it brings the design into where I want to edit. Now you can see it's got the KW logo up there. Each office is independently owned and operated, and then a spot to put your information. And it looks a little small, so if we go ahead and hit that plus sign in the bottom right, it'll zoom in for us to make it easier to look at. So that's a little tip I have for you. Another great trick I like to share with everybody is that when you go to edit, simply click that text box, and then instead of trying to edit from this screen, go all the way up to the top, a little kind of near the middle. There's a button. If you hover over it, it says typewriter. You can go ahead and click that typewriter and it will open this field up, and it will be much easier for you to edit in here. You can do copy and paste, but you have to use your keyboard shortcuts. So Control C or Command C on Macs, and then Control V and Command V, depending on if you're on a Mac or PC. And then if you don't want your address in there, you could just take that out, whatever contacts your phone here, sure you spell it right, unlike me. You know, whatever information you want to be on the bottom of that feature sheet, then just come to the bottom here and hit Save Changes. And you can see those edits I've made have taken to the page. They're in there. You can see they do have a spot for a phone number, website. So you can edit whatever information you want to be on that letterhead. And then you can keep using that letterhead for anything you want, for letters, right, communication, or you can make a feature sheet. So let's say I want to add some text at the top of this to say features or property features or something like that. All I have to do is go to the text on the left-hand side, and we'll have different options here on what we can add in. So I'm just going to do the title. It'll be nice and big. And as I hover over the text, that little cross pops up, so I can click and drag that wherever I want to place it. So I'm going to make it over here. I am going to just double click this one. Whoops. I can't even tell if I spelled that right. It's so big. And then at the top, just like you have in Word or your emails, you have your different font sizes. You can switch between here, colors, font, different actual fonts, and you can drag and drop from the corners of your text boxes as well. So 2 lines, 1 line, however you want that to appear. Let's say my color isn't, maybe I have, you know, my social stack logo is kind of like a teal color. So maybe I want to do a different color for my text. That's just clicking this little black circle here, and it will open up your color options, and you can hit that plus sign to get all kinds of different colors here, and then just hit apply. And now I have some blue text in there. So you can play around with your colors that way. You can see we've got bold, italicized, you know, all your different font features. And so now I've got my header on there, and I already have my assets in here. I do have a class on brand assets, so you guys can check out my channel for that. It's called Brand Assets, and you can pre-program in all of your logos so that you can quickly pop them in to the system, so you don't have to upload them every time you want to put a new one in there. So there's property features, and then I'm just going to add another text box. So hit that text button. I'm going to hit subtitle this time. Well, that's still kind of big. Maybe that's too big. I'm going to hit delete, and I'm going to put body text. There we go. So maybe you have, you know, recent updates, and then I'm going to copy. I'm just right clicking, copy, paste, and then we have special features. Oops. Is that spelled right? Yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in a text block. Oh, maybe we want to move special features down a little bit. And it puts in some just fake text for you. So from here, I'm just going to go to that typewriter. What are some things that maybe we recently updated? New kitchen. 2019. I don't know. What else is popular right now to redo?
Windows.
Windows. Say 2020. I heard new roof, I think, from Patty. We'll say they did the roof and the windows in the same year, okay? So now all my updates are in there. And I can move, you know, special features wherever I want. Just gonna do our copy paste here. Oops, didn't mean to grab that one, grab the wrong one, that's all right. And we'll go back up to our editor. And what are some special features homes might have? Pool, that's popular right now. What else is a fun feature you guys have seen?
Bidet.
How do you spell that? B-I-D-E-T?
Yes.
Ah, me. I don't know. Open concept. Right, so you just list all of your features in there, hit save, and then you've got your page ready to go. So you can play around with, maybe you don't want the logo up at the top, maybe you want to, you know, drag it down to the bottom. Whoops, I let it go on accident. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Right, so you can play around with the placement of everything. You can put your picture on here. You can change the color of these. Let's say we want that to be green. Change your fonts. Oh no, I lost it. There it is, Carlson. There we go. All Right, so then you have it all ready to go. And then once you have this one made, you can just copy it every time and you don't have to recreate the wheel for every feature sheet. You just update your the text that goes inside of it, and all of this will be done for you. So
Do you ever see the property features sheet included like in the additional information section in the MLS?
oh yeah, yep. So right where you put your disclosures, that's what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yep. So people will put property sheets there. They'll print them for open houses, broker tours, you know, all that kind of stuff. Agents don't necessarily always look at it. Some of them do, but you know, buyers are definitely going to be looking at that stuff. So it's great to have that available. Once you are ready with your sheet and you want to save it, you can also do this at the beginning, but right here at the top, kind of to the right, it says Untitled Design. I'm just going to call it feature sheet, so I can easily find it in the future. And you can see I've saved. We're just going to hit done. Maybe. There we go. My computer was catching up. And we'll hit save our changes. We always want to save before we leave. Okay. And now it's all done. And there it is in my designs library that I've created. So now if I go straight to print, it will be the first one in the print section too. Always, whatever the last thing you edited in designs will be the first thing on your designs library when you go back and look at it. So I showed you some of the basic design features while making that feature sheet. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the brochures now, and we won't go over all the details, but you'll see templates and how you can bring in photos and stuff like that. So I'm going to again hit create new design, and we're going to stay in print because what do you do with brochures? You print them out. We're going to go ahead and hit continue. And we're just going to choose a different section on the left now. So before we were in business basics, we're going to go into listings. And you guys can play around with all kinds of different stuff in here. You're not going to break the system. Just test out some different properties. So we want to go to, let's try for sale. All right, so you can see we have all kinds of different layouts in here. And across the top, we have different styles. So social media, social square, social story, all kinds of different things here. If you go all the way to the right, you'll see bifolds and trifolds. Those are going to be more your brochure styles. So I'm going to click the bifold 11 by 17. This is going to be what you're used to seeing. And these ones flip, I should have grabbed a piece of paper. They flip hamburger style, top to bottom. So they won't read like a book. They'll flip up and down. So you just click use again, just like we did with the feature sheet, use on the template you want. And we have 2 pages on this one. So if you check out the bottom right-hand corner, you can see it says pages 2. So if I click on that, it will open up the different pages for me. For today, I'm just going to show you the one, just so you can see how it works. I like to zoom in, like I told you before. And just like I was showing you on the feature sheet, you can change out the different pieces, components that are in here. So like I said, I have my assets already assigned in here. So when I click on the logo, if I come over to my logos on the left, I have this little circular arrow image. I can hit replace and it's actually going to replace it for me. So I don't have to deal with resizing it, and it's pretty close to the spot that it already was. Makes my life a little easier. I can actually do the same thing with pictures. Now, with this one, let's say I've already listed the property or I have it in the KWLS and I don't want to upload all my pictures individually, okay? I'm gonna come over to the left-hand side and hit this KWLS button, and I can actually search for a listing here. So I can look by address, MLS ID, you know, all kinds of different criteria here. So does anybody have an active listing right now? I don't know if mine will come up because I'm under contract, but let's try. Oh, what's yours? What's your active listing?
Let me give you an address. 4237 Sunnyside Avenue, Brookfield. I don't have the MLS number memorized.
That's all right. Well, let's Illinois. Oops, and let's spell it right.
Yeah.
Ah. Sorry, guys. There we go. Illinois. There we go. That's it. Perfect.
Yep.
So then all you have to do is hit select when it pops up, and you'll see all of the images from the MLS are now populating here for you. So if I want to keep this big picture as a picture of the front of the house, I can just come over here again, look for that replace image button, click it, and it popped right in place. How easy is that?
Nice.
Then I can do the same thing with all these other ones. They look upside down, but remember that's the back. So when you fold it, they'll be right side up. So I can just click, you know, I want to use this image. I'm going to use this kitchen. Obviously make it make sense for the layout of your design. I'm just showing you how quick and easy it is right now. And then here is the headshot. So if I go back to my images and go into my assets, oh, this is our demo account. I don't have my headshot in here. So if you have your picture loaded into this my asset section, you can just swap your picture for that too. We'll just use this love of real estate. So you can have your image saved into my assets as well. And if you want to move it over, you just double click it and it'll open up the whole thing. Do that again so you guys can see that. So you just double click the image and it gives you the whole picture there. So same thing, just like on the feature sheet, if you want to edit any of the text, you just click on it. And then, like I said, I like to use that little typewriter feature. I spell it right, Ed? There we go.
Yes, you did.
Yay! Get Ed's name in there. We can pop the logos in there, and that's it. So you just, all you have to do, you can take off for sale. You can say welcome to, then have the address on there. And you guys don't have to play with the fonts or the sizing or anything like that. The template is already done for you. Our professional design team made these for you. So all you have to do is just pick which pictures you want where, then go to your second page. And you can actually, there's spots in here where you can list the different features. If you don't like that at all, just delete that text box. It's your brochure. You can do what you want. Same thing right here. We have a little description. So if I come back to that KWLS page, I can click on listing details. See how we're looking at all the photos right now? I can click listing details and you can see there's more information about the property that's pulled right in from the MLS. So if I wanted to suck any of that in, I could do that too. You can see it's 2 beds, 1 bath. So I can click on this, hit my edit. 2 beds, 1 bath, 792. Save changes. And that's it. That's all you have to do to update these templates that are already in here. We do actually have Command connected to printers now. So if that's something you're interested in doing, have a professional printer print out your different designs for you. You can just hit oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. So this is to download if you want to print yourself. And I think brochures are not printable because they're so big. So I should have used it on the feature sheet. I apologize. There's going to be a button that will let you print, basically send to a print store. And it will tell you how much it costs, you know, how minimum, maximum. You'll have the choice of different page qualities, how long shipping will take, all of that. If it's something you want to, you know, print yourself, you just hit that download button. And for these, I do recommend PDFs for printing. If you're sending it to a printer like, you know, Office Depot or something, you might want to check with them to see if they want any special bleeds. So let's just click PDF for printing, because you can see right here, add crop marks, include bleed. So if you're sending your file to a professional printer, just check with them and see what formatting they want, and you'll be able to click it right here. And you just hit download. And it'll take a minute. You can see it's preparing. You can see that right here. And then it'll pop into my downloads folder. Once it's all set, there we go, starting download. Here's the brochure. And I think I'm gonna have to reshare my screen. You guys don't, do you still see that? Do you see the brochure right now? Yeah, okay, perfect. So this is the proof. Obviously I didn't update everything. It still says more features here. But you can get an idea of what it will look like. I just downloaded the first page. So you can download both pages if you want to, but that's it. You can take that to your local printer. You can print it in your office, and that's your brochure. What do you think? What questions do we have? I figured I'd leave some time for questions.
How much is it for the in-office printing, or does it depend on what you're printing?
You mean if you're printing through command or you're in your office?
The option you just gave us about choosing the button that said print in office.
So this download, this is like if you want to download it and just print it to your printer.
Okay, I'm asking it wrong. If we go back to the feature sheet and you wanted to, if I was at Premier Properties office and I wanted to print it there, what would it
Oh,
cost?
so it's not for printing in the office. It's a company that is partnered with Keller Williams that you would print through.
Okay, I didn't understand. Thank
Got
you.
it. No, good question. So thank you. I've reopened the property sheet so you guys could see that button. On the right-hand side, we still see download. So if you want to print yourself, you can print at your house, you can print in your office on your printers at the office. And then every office, I'm sure, charges differently for printing. This order prints is if you want to order through a professional printer that we are connected with as Keller Williams, and the prices are going to vary depending on what you are looking for. So you can see we have our paper thickness, standard, our stock, we can do silk or uncoated, and then our number of copies. So we have, 10 copies or 150 copies, and it will show you at the bottom right what the cost of that print job will be, and then you can see it's plus delivery. So you can just.
And that's all the E2P offices?
That's all Keller Williams. Yeah, exactly. So it will show you the more information for you and your safety lines and everything. Make sure everything's inside the green if you want it to be super safe, right? And then you'll look at, you can look at your proof. You'll have to check that you approve that and you agree to the terms and conditions. And once you hit continue, it's going to ask you for your credit card information. That's it. And it'll ship right to you. Or if you want it to ship to the property, you can tell them to ship it to the property as well. So whatever you prefer for that. So this order print is sending it directly to a company to then ship to you. This download will let you, if you wanted to actually use it as an image file, like a JPEG or a PNG, you could embed it in an email. You could put it on social media. The PDF is nice to send as an attachment in an email if you want to send it to your clients, right? Or if you were sending it to another agent to present to their buyers, or upload it in the MLS, like Patty mentioned earlier. So there's lots of different things you can do with that. And I think that's pretty much covers all the print options. Do you guys have any other questions about the designs? I didn't go into, I didn't make it look super pretty, but you guys I think got an idea of how you can do the editing. Did you have any other questions about that?
Once I go into it and try, I probably will.
Yeah, and that's okay. You guys just bring your questions to Command on Demand. When that happens, we can share screens, we can walk you through it. Since we have a few minutes still, I am going to show you that there's this fun little shapes button at the top where I can add different shapes to it, right? If I don't know that this is necessary for this one, maybe your logo is like a diamond or something, and so you want to have a diamond motif going on in here. I can change the color of the square, the thickness of the border, right? You can do stuff like that. So you can play around with different shapes that you might want to add in there. But like I said, keep it simple. Don't spend too much time on this. Get your information in there and get out. You got other things you can do that are going to be more, get you more income. But if you have, an admin or something you're working with and you really want to match all your designs, you can have them copy one and start another one for you, or make a nice little, I don't know what I'm playing with here, just doing something fun. Yeah, little design, extra element, there you go. And then you can put that on all your pages. So that's the shapes. We talked about text. If you guys wanted to upload your own images, so it's showing you my assets on the top left, we've got the add button here, and you can load in images. So if you have something on your computer, you can just hit upload. And of course I just emptied my download folder, but you could upload anything from your computer, any picture you want, and drop it right in to whatever design you're working on. And all of this editing that I've showed you today, that's true for all of the print, the social, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. Definitely for the print and social designs. The emails are, the templates are a little different. I've got a whole series on how to do the emails on my YouTube channel as well. But that's it. That's a nice intro into designs. There's other things you can definitely do with it, but like I said, you want to make sure that you're not spending hours and hours and hours on this. That's the most important thing. You take advantage of those templates that, like I said, we have professional marketing team at Keller Williams. They're making the templates for you. Just get your information in there and get your designs out. Don't spend hours working on this because there's way better things you can be doing with your time that are actually going to make you money. I see a question came in the chat. It says, so the print order option, is that only 8.5 by 11? It is standard size papers. Yes, I think it works for the invitations and postcards as well. And then I suppose you can download a brochure and send it to your own bulk printer. Yes, that is correct. I know at E2P we have a discount with Office Depot, so talk to your leadership team for that. And a lot of people like to use a local printer, right? You want to support local. So that's definitely an option. And like I said, of course, you can print it on your own printers. Maybe you want to make sure that you have a good quality paper and finish and stuff like that too, especially if you're doing those big brochures, you want a nice clean fold on them. So I would recommend sending those ones out unless you have a high quality printer that you have access to. So I think that's all I've got for you today, unless you guys have any other questions.
You said we could do our postcards on this too?
Hmm?
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do, I do also, of course, have a class on postcards on
Okay.
my channel. It's called direct mail, if you search for direct mail on my channel. And obviously you guys are, like I said, welcome to come to Command on Demand, and we can help you with that. There are tons of postcard templates in designs. Go ahead and play around with those. And
Okay.
then we do have a direct mail feature inside campaigns. So you can actually mail to your database, or you can find a farm. Like you can say, I want to circle around this house. This is my listing. I want to do 200 houses in the radius of that. And Command will provide those addresses for you as well.
Okay, because I'm getting ready to do that. I've got my sphere that I want to send out to, and then I've got a couple farm sections. So
I love it. Well,
I want to hit print and go.
Yes, yeah. It's nice to not have to like have them shipped to you. Then you have to address them all and stamp them all, then bring them back to the post office. It does it all for you. And the
Perfect.
big postcards are about $1 a piece if you do standard mail. If you do first class, it's a little bit more because they go out faster. So
Thank you so much. You're an absolute doll to have around. You're so helpful.
thanks, Lisa.
Bye, everybody.
Amy, I have a question for
Yeah,
you that's non-related to the subject of this class. This morning, Rachel Adamsley was